Welcome to round 10 of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. This week we return to Europe for the first leg of an Italian double-header starting today at Monza, followed next week by Imola. Joel McNamara leads the championship point standings as we head into Monza from last round's winner Alex Court and Todd Hayne following closely in third after a disappointing round last week in the triple header at Phillip Island. With only 4 races remaining in the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship, every moment will be critical in deciding this season's champion as we close in on the final round, which will be held at the Jewel of the Crown for Supercars, Mount Panorama. With the top 10 drivers still all within reach of the championship lead, it's all to play for in what will be an exciting round of racing at the legendary Monza. Joining me in the commentary booth, Ben Morris. How's it going, Ben?
Mate, I am bellissimo and I'm ready to go for Monza. I think this is going to be an exciting race. I've said that a few times, but look, it's, you can take Monza, think it's pretty easy. No way. There's going to be a lot of draft action happening here. I think we're going to see some heavy dueling into the braking zones, especially into turn 1. Super duper excited. I think this is going to be awesome, and Bellissimo is about as far as my Italian goes, so we'll see if we can find some more on the way as we watch this awesome race.
That's better than mine, Ben. 100% better than my Italian.
And the crazy thing is, I did 2 years of Italian at school and can't remember a thing. So let's see how we go.
German, but no, pretty shy in there as well.
Jawohl. And I just got that from World War II docos. So it'll be exciting, I think, tonight, Jamie. Who's your pick?
Oh, well, we've just watched a bit of qualifying then, and saw the team 9-5 Sim Sports working together with Joel McNamara and Simon Chadwick putting their cars up near the front of the grid. So they're going to be hard to beat. They've been pretty well informed, so they're up the front. Alex Court, of course, is going to be there. Todd Hayne will be there as well. Blake Warboys, he didn't have the luxury of any teammates helping him out with the slipstream.
No.
And he was very fast in qualifying as well.
Yeah, he was.
We had Darren Caldwell, Martin Turner, and the normal names up there. Asset Leonage. Although we didn't have James Anderson, I think he won't our second place or second place at Okayama, and he was running well up the grid in Phillip Island. He's not going to be here tonight, so that's a little bit disappointing. But still a stocked field, chock full of talent. This field, and at Monza, slipstreaming, it's going to be hard for those leaders to get away. So we're running a little bit late tonight, so I'll let you get into those sponsors, and we'll see these boys gridding up in any moment.
Absolutely. So, of course,
their starts.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got our major sponsor, obviously, Nationwide Tracking Systems. Always a pleasure to announce them into the series, and obviously as sponsors. Cars are got a couple of cars out there with the NTS logos on them, of course, and they're our major sponsor. A Bruzy Racewear. For all your racing needs, Track Racer for all your sim reg setups, drips, paints, graphics. I mean, some of these cars out there look magnificent. Race management services, Coghlan Engineering, and of course track cams for Gourmet. I'll tell you what, it was really exciting to see that bit of teamwork as well, Jamie. You touched on with McNamara and Chadwick, helping each other, and I think we're probably going to start to see Chadwick really support McNamara in that push now for the championship. Maybe, maybe not. I think that's where we'd probably, that's probably the smart money on there. So,
it's definitely going to be a help for McNamara if he's got Chadwick supporting him.
Oh, absolutely. And I think we might start to see that back through the other teams as well, with the likes of Alex and yeah, absolutely, and Todd Hayden and his team as well. I'm excited to see Darren Caldwell have a clean round. He's due. We've seen him really shine and power through some of these racing, and I think if he gets a bit of luck his way, watch out. He is one of our team members, Jamie. He's obviously, and probably our listeners are starting to understand as well. I have had a bit of a chat to him. I think he's got to get in the Mustang though, and I think that might change the fortune. Won't be popular, as I say that, with JP, but yeah, you know what? You got to call a spade as you see it.
Yeah, I don't think the Mustang would hurt at all.
JP, I'll let myself out. I'll catch you next week. But let's see how he goes. It should be fun.
Yeah, well, of course, he doesn't have much help out there. Poor old Aaron on his own with
Yep.
us two in the broadcast box, and
We're
and
we're we're
Craig up in
mentally
the
helping. We're mentally supporting him along. I think
mentally
that's the
supporting
thing.
him. Yeah, so
Mentally
obviously it
supporting him
hasn't
along.
helped too well.
No, no. I've probably had too many beers when I've been trying to mentally support him, but he's quick. You know, I mean, he's super duper quick. I think just a bit of clean air and a little bit of luck and.
He's a Monza specialist as well, so definitely keep an eye out for him as a roughie.
Oh, 100%. Now, who else we got here as a couple of roughies?
Well, I'll just go through the championship, the standings at the moment. We've got Sean McNamara in first on 1,292 points. Alex Court 44 points behind. Todd Haynes 76 points behind. So it's only 76 points between the top three in the championship with four races still to go.
That's nothing.
Of course, we've got 150 points up for every round and of 300 for the final round. And we got Blake Warboys, Darren Caldwell, Martin Turner, Jamie Davis, Aseth Leonage, Marty Hansen, Trent Gosley, all filling out the top 10. And there's only 80 points between 4th and 10th. So it's all to play for tonight.
Yeah, it's certainly gonna come down to the last round, especially those double points round at Bathurst. That's going to be pretty exciting.
Well, what we'd really like to see to tighten this up is issues for the top three for McNamara, Court, and Hayne. Maybe find them down the pack a little bit, and the likes of Warboys, Caldwell, Turner, Davis, and Leonage to really have a good night tonight and close this thing up. We can have 5 to 6 drivers going into with a chance to win at Bathurst. That's going to be fascinating.
So what we need is a big pile up at the first corner.
Turn one at Monza, that never happens.
Take all the all the front runners out and let's see it mix right up. Okay, let's see what happens. Should be fun.
Of course, it is difficult to get a clean start into turn one. The guys have been warned. They're easy, but that can even confuse the issue even more when somebody pulls up drastically and dramatically in front of you.
Oh yeah, and this is the eyes in the back of the head type scenario as well. You're looking in the mirror, you're looking in front, you're trying to think about who's going to pile in the back of you and get out of the way. But there's a name there, James. Absolutely, there's a name there, Kyle Zink. I haven't seen that before, and he's right up there, quite competitive in the practice. He could be a new
name.
It is a new name.
In the top 5 of Split 2 last week, and he's got the promotion up to Division 1 tonight's race.
And he's with McNamara and the gang there in the I was going to say I can't remember their team name. I apologise about that.
Five Sim Sport, so they've got another team, mate.
That's it, yeah. It's expanding very quickly, that group. That's exciting to see as well. And just having a look at that. That Mustang looks really nice, actually.
I think there he is. Number 85, 085 on screen at the moment, going through Curva Grande.
So he's been promoted
around here.
Yeah, so he's been promoted up from Split 2, is that correct?
Officially, I don't know if that's the case, but he's actually
qualified. Fantastic.
His own bad. He's qualified in tonight.
Oh, that's exciting stuff. Yeah, no, that well done.
New names. It's good to see new names in the field.
100%.
I'm sure some of the drivers won't be happy to see a new name in the field, though. They'll be a little bit nervous, a little bit conservative around him, just to sort this guy out and see what he's all about before you start racing side to side with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
By now, as we're into round 10, got a fair idea who you're racing around at this point in time, and a few laps around them, so you know who you want to give a little bit of extra room and who's you don't mind racing side to side with.
Absolutely. Now the boys are all pulling off there. This looks probably get started for
into the warm-up session.
All right. So they're starting to grid up now.
Hey, so we've got Sean McNamara, pole position. Todd Hayne joins him on the front row. Alex Court, Blake Warboys, Aseth Leonage, Simon Chadwick, Kyle Booth with another good qualifying. Riley Simon's up there as well. Jamie Davis in 9th. Ashley Davis in 10th. Well, that's going to maybe be a little bit confusing. We've got 3 Davises, 9th, 10th and 11th.
Well, I'm confused at the best of times, Jamie, so that who knows what's going to happen then. You'll have to help me and guide me through that, mate.
Well, you can see that there's a lot of fast guys at the front here. We've got Trent Gossley in 12th, Cameron Veacock in 13th, and the Res Rise. Here we go.
Here we go.
Long run into Redifilio. There's the green.
They're away.
It's like a clean start. I think a little bit of wheel spin from Todd Hayne. Yes, he's definitely got a bit of wheel spin, and he's under a bit of pressure there from Kyle Booth by the looks of it. Sean McNamara clean. He's going to lead him into the first turn. Can he pull it up? Everyone, nervous times here. Sean McNamara, Alex Court, Kyle Booth.
A little bit of a twitch there from Alex. Look at that. The guys are, McNamara and Alex are already starting to stream away. That exit out of that first corner, that first chicane was so important.
McNamara is eyeing. He wants to break away from this pack, get away, so nobody's got his slipstream.
And they'll just be focusing on that first lap as well, Jamie. Just let those tyres bed in, make sure they've got a bit of heat in them. And that first lap is critical, isn't it? You're not quite sure until you get to that second lap.
Pretty good start though. That's a massively clean start for the likes of Monza. We haven't had too many issues at all.
McNamara looks really confident here as well.
Miles Zink's down to 33rd. Michael Dumbrell slipping down through the field at the moment. He might have had an issue through the Lesmos, but the McNamara's had a great start, and we've seen our two championship first and second in the race.
Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? I love to see this. There's a little bit of chat with race control at the back end there. Luke Fraser is talking about the first Lesmo. We might even pick that up on a replay later on, but head down, eyes forward's really the main thing you got to concentrate here. And look at that.
Parabolica. Ooh, we've got a little bit. Kyle Booth's run wide. Looking back from Lastit Leonage's car. Kyle Booth's gone a little bit deep into Parabolica. Now has Blake Warboys right on his tail. Behind them, Chadwick, Davis, Veacock.
Todd Hayne.
One in the books.
Oh, look at the bit of action.
Move though. Warboys is going to have a look. I think he's pulled that off. No, he hasn't. Kyle Booth's gone defensive into turn one.
Oh, hello. And behind Simon Chadwick, Simon Chadwick just looking a little bit up the back of Blake Warboys.
Todd Hayne, who's third in the championships and started on the front row. He's lost 11 positions and he's down to 13th.
Now look
there
at this.
He is racing with Caldwell, side by side with Caldwell.
Just back up the front. Yeah, just back up the front here for a moment. Alex and Laz just running. Laz has come out of. He's really made some pace in that last lap or so, and he's climbing up on the back of Alex. Now, what does he do?
If that can work. He's got to help Court here. He's got to really help Court with a little bit of bump draft. Getting McNamara doesn't want to get into a battle with Court here. They don't want to start battling and losing time from McNamara.
100%.
Tracy's got a compulsory pit stop. 22 laps here at Monza tonight.
Yeah, and Todd Hayes
only have 60 litres of fuel, so...
Oh, Todd Hayes got to give him Darren a bit of a hassle back into that bloody... Back into... Oh, sorry about the swearing.
He's going to be desperate to make up time. This has been... That wheel spin off the line has really cost him, and now he finds himself buried in the pack.
Well, look, if you're going
side by side with Caldwell.
With Caldwell, yep. This will be interesting. Caldwell's a tough master. He won't be letting him go easy.
Break deep. Caldwell's break deep.
Oh, that was very deep. He's got an inside right. Yep.
Got the drive.
He's left him on the outside.
Turn one.
Caldwell's not going to let this go, though. They're side by side. They are super close here down the straight.
Warboys and Booth are side by side as well.
Wow, look at this into the turn one.
Oh, Caldwell's done a good job to be able to pull that one back and go around the outside of turn one. Haynes going to be a little bit disappointed with that, though.
Caldwell's gone defensive as well. That's a great piece of driving for both those drivers.
Back to the battle for fourth. Got a huge battle starting up for fourth with Kyle Booth. Followed by Warboys, right in the curbs, smashing the curbs through the second chicane. Booth, Warboys.
Well, Todd Haynes has gone past
been very
Caldwell.
fast in qualifying. He's want to get past. Warboys fourth in the championship. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's all right. Corwell, just a little bit of a mistake over the chicanes in the second there, and just
got him
gave
now.
Todd Hayne a chance. So he's just got to duck in there. He's just got to hold that now. He's just got to hold and just let that ride through. But you're right. Back up the front there, Warboys is on a charge.
Warboys want to pass Booth as quickly as possible.
Oh,
Top three
so
haven't
sideways.
totally got away. If he can get past, he might just be able to pick up a little bit of slipstream from Leonage. 3. Back here it's Ron, Benjamin Siren. Siren has dropped down to 23rd, so he's had a couple of issues recently.
A gap out
A
in
little
front.
bit of a
there's
battle
out
just
for a
in front of
second.
him.
Jason Davis on the
Somebody's
black flagged.
Yeah, cars going to the pits already, so they're having to serve their penalties. Jason Davis going down through the field.
Just looking back, Kyle Booth onto Blake Warboys. Kyle Booth is he's got a better exit out of the first chicane. This will be interesting down into the second.
Warboys must have passed him in a turn 1, so he's trying to get that position back again. Warboys will be desperate to hold him out here, though.
He's
I
gone.
think
He's
he'll be able
gone
to manage
there.
it here.
Oh, look at it dancing on the rear brake.
Oh, very
Why?
close to a touch there.
Geez, I haven't seen dancing
From
like that since Fred Astaire movie. That was amazing.
Been watching your Fred Astaire classics.
Oh, mate, I mean, you can't go past Fred Astaire for a bit of dancing, can you? I mean, there is the
this
old Johnny Travolta. Look
That's
at
risky in there.
Oh,
Side by side down
and
the
that
back straight
slowed
now.
down the exit.
Oh, and I don't think Booth knew that Chadwick was there as well.
He's taking advantage. So slow out of that corner.
Chadwick
And
definitely
Chadwick just
took
said,
advantage
thank
of that.
you very much. And look at this. Chadwick's not going to...
Jamie Davis as well involved.
Fantastic.
They're all
Look at
holding
that.
themselves up here. Battle
Chadwick
for
said,
4th.
see you later. Chadwick just said, see you later. I'm out of here.
These guys have lost at least a second and a half on this lap to the top 3.
Ugh.
Top 3 are broken away. In fact, McNamara's got a little bit of a gap on court now. He's opened that gap up as far as
Oh, here we go.
he's led.
Oh.
That battle for 4th. Raging for 4th at the moment. Leonage should almost be here trying to pass court, coming down the front straight.
I'll tell you what, Chadwick looks a bit sideways coming out of the Lesmo there, and I reckon he's lost a bit of pace coming out of there. Kyle Booth slowing dramatically.
Chadwick got the car squirrely under brakes. Warboys can't do anything about it.
Oh,
Kyle
listen,
Booth's lost.
listen. I don't know if you heard that there. Chadwick just lighting it up out of that chicane. You could really hear it sing. The tyres they'll be starting to scream now.
Track's a hot track. Working on a 46-degree track, so you want to look after those tyres. Here's another new driver, Luke Fraser. He's copped a little bit of bodywork damage down the left-hand side. Working his way in 26th position. Down 5 positions from the start, so learning his trade here in the split 1.
Yeah, in fact, it's
some new names though.
Baptism of fire for him, so that's fantastic. Great to see him on board.
See, there's a lot of cars down here with a bit of bodywork damage. Not too many straight and clean cars. Tom Knight also first race in split 1. Tom Knight in 27th position. And 5 Sim Sports. So all these cars, you want to keep your car clean around such an aerodynamic track. Just 5 laps. Lap 5 we're on. Just about to finish the 5th lap of this 22-lap race at Monza. Looking at Jonathan Bean. Coming down the back straight into Parabolica. Making a move on Martin Turner. Just moves up to 15th position, Turner down to 16th. But these positions are flip-flopping as they go from Parabolica to Redifilio. Stream. It's huge around this track. Oh, Chadwick's getting a little bit of assistance. Turning first chicane. All boys just saying, here, you need a little bit of extra rotation on this car, so you want to leave the exit of the chicane. Chadwick says, yeah, I can handle that. Let's put the power down and get out of here. Up to Rosia. Oh, Chadwick backs it in. It's not the fastest way, though. The apexes. All boys notices that, but no room to move here into first Lesmo. Straight on getting the second Lesmo right. It's on the way down to Ascari. Chadwick uses every bit of the track. All the curb. All boys deep inside the slipstream. Under the bridge. The old oval. Can he line up Ascari? A lot of curb on the left-hand side.
Gee, did you see the way? Oof, see the way it was dancing around, Jamie.
Absolutely, completely straddled that final curve.
Saturday night fever shuffle there. Unbelievable.
Boys, braking for Parabolica. Working on the back of Chadwick. Simon Chadwick in 4th position. Mike Warboys in 5th.
He's just settling that down on the exit there, because the last lap around he really struggled there. He got to the tail. You lose so much. You lose so much if you're sliding out of that last corner down to the next chicane. Here we go.
Give him a little look. Give him a little look, but moves onto the racing line, the fastest line.
Whoa! Look from behind. Wow.
Braking. Got a lot of brake bias to the rear.
Oh yep. Bit of chatter there. Bit of chatter on the rear.
Oh, Booth also having a bit of a sniff. Cameron Veacock. Now through Curva Grande. Looking back from Veacock. Oh, Booth hard on his tail. Down to second gear. Left. Right. Those evil eyes. Intimidating Cameron Veacock. Through the first Lesmo. Following closely behind Booth is Davis and Todd Hayne. Todd Hayne still hasn't managed to make up the positions. He'd be desperate to get back. He's still in 11th position.
Yeah, he'd be kicking himself a little bit, I think, with that. And he's coming up against. He's coming up against Ashley now as well. Ashley Davis, who's
in good form lately. Ashley Davis.
Yeah, just danced around there a little bit as well. I think they've all been taking a bit of Saturday night fever. Bloody lessons the way they danced around. This is fantastic.
McNamara leading into Parabolica on lap 7. At the start the 8th lap. Stops will be coming up soon. Those tyres are starting to get a little bit squirrely. Hard to put the power down as you exit Parabolica.
What would you do,
280 kilometres an hour down this front straight.
What would you do, Jamie? Would you be in the pits when? What would you be thinking about?
If I was McNamara, I would stay out until Court blinks. When Court goes in, I'll go in the next lap.
Yep. He's holding him there at the moment. I think 1.7 seconds. I think that's come in just a touch, but not much. About a tenth.
Stabilised the last few laps. Court hasn't lost anything. Leonage is just sitting there behind Court, doing the team thing. All boys back in 4th. All boys in 4th. He's got past Chadwick, so we missed that move. And Jamie Davis right on the tail of Simon Chadwick. It looks like Chadwick might have gone a little bit hard on those tyres.
Oh, Jamie
Davis is going up inside. There's a
boys.
Little tap.
Chadwick said, no, you're not having it. Oh, he's sideways out of there.
Chadwick, I think
line.
If anyone's going to be the first one to pit, I would say it'd be Chadwick at this point in time.
Yeah,
look at those tyres.
Cooking those
really
rears.
cooking them, yeah.
But you know what, Jamie? That's good hard racing there. I really enjoy watching that. That's
Chadwick
fantastic.
style. We've noticed that.
He loves
drives.
It. Yep. And Davis as well. Yeah, Davis as well. That was, he threw it up there, but had it under control, right on the limit. Awesome racing. Love it.
Very loose on the under brakes. It just started to pull a little bit to his right. A little bit of door banging, but that's all good. I like that sort of racing.
Yeah, bloody oath. That's fantastic racing. It's probably grabbing the brake bias and shifting it back and forth to try and bring it up. It was a little bit of panic, but no, it's great racing. Fantastic. Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a little...
Oh dear. There's a little bit of action happening with Jamie
Yeah,
Davis.
this is a lot of
Traffic
action
through
going on
here.
here through Parabolica.
There's a lot of
Chadwick was
flashing.
flashing the lights. Oh, that okay. We've got Trent Gosling. A lap down there.
Trent Gosling, yeah, he must be a lap down, but he's holding. He is
And
holding
the
things up
snap-on
here a
car
bit.
there. We've got Trent Gosling involved in this battle now, and I can see Todd Haynes made up 3 positions. He's up to 8th.
Trent's in a battle that doesn't really concern him, I don't think, at the moment, does it? Is he in that position or?
No, Trent Gosling's a lap down there. I'm sure he's a lap down, although scoring timing it says he's in 7th, but I'm not sure if that's correct. I'll take it for what it says on that timing.
Look, if that's for position, then absolutely fight for that, but otherwise you're in something you probably should be involved in, but...
I mean, it says he's in 7th position. He's up 5 positions, so we'll have to take it for what it is. He's in 7th
absolutely.
position.
Yep, absolutely.
Hadn't noticed him in the battle, so he's done well to get up there. This battle between from Simon Chadwick in 5th back to Darren Caldwell. Oh, look out! Somebody's really lit up the rear tyres there. I think that was Ashley Davis. It was Ashley Davis.
Oof.
In between the 2 Dragon RC cars. Eyes are really starting to go off now. These guys are starting to earn their money.
Now, who's that just in front of Ashley there? That's Riley Simon there. Riley Simon. Looks like he had a massive whack on the front.
Running on Kyle Booth here. He's getting squeezed on the exit, on the entry.
Oh. Touch. Oh. Panic station's going to a
Ashley Davis.
Jesus.
Giving him much room there. Not much room to play with on the entry to Parabolica. That's sort of set up Caldwell as well. He's got a double slipstream here.
Lights are flashing back here. There's a bit of aggro.
Didn't like that. Like getting squeezed onto the grass. Makes a move. Can he pull it up? Hard on the brakes. He's pulled it up. He's done well. He's up to 10th position.
Ashley Davis should get on the lights now and give a bit of flashback, I think. A bit of payback on that one.
Well, I don't think he's got enough time to worry about that because now he's got Darren Caldwell hard on it. It can be a bit like that around Monza. So easy. Once you lose one spot, there's all that momentum. It's easy to lose another one.
Caldwell
will have a look here.
He would have been thinking about it.
Shows a little bit of patience there.
That's good to see. It'd be interesting to see how he's treating the tyres because I get a feeling he's just sort of sitting there hovering, just waiting.
125k through the first Lesmo, up to 4th gear, back down to 3rd, down to 100 and they're doing about 120 through that one. So the tyres are certainly working hard.
Looks like Darren's tyres are working a bit better there as well, just on the back of Kyle. He's hassling a little bit.
These guys are well and truly off their best laps now. They're into the 151s.
Look at this.
Into Ascari.
Oh, Lord.
Davis! Really lit him up.
Darren's thrown it down there. This will be a...
Caldwell's got to have a look here into Parabolica. Doesn't get much more sideways there by Davis. Ashley Davis. Caldwell.
He's going
brakes.
For it. Great. Well, look at that great piece of drive. Don't go too deep. Hold him up. Get him back. Oh, yeah.
Caldwell.
Beautiful.
Caldwell.
Great piece of driving.
Caldwell up to 11th. And all that work and he gets it straight into the pit lane. But we've got Court in the pits as well. Leonage in the pits. Caldwell in the pits.
Now, McNamara is still out. This is interesting.
McNamara stays out.
I would say he'd be in next lap.
McNamara stays out. Warboy stays out. Chadwick stays out. Todd Haynes up to 4th. Jamie Davis in 5th. Riley Simon 6th. Kyle Booth in 7th.
Alex Court off the jacks. So's
Leonage, Gosling, Caldwell. All in the pits. Where will they file out? Look like they're going to be in a little bit of traffic.
Now, let's keep an eye on... I'll keep an eye on McNamara to see if he's coming in this lap. I'd say he would be. That'd be the smart thing to do.
Court keeps his position in front of Leonage. It virtually come out identical to how they went in. Not too bad with the traffic. Some fresh air. They've got Luke Fraser about 10 car lengths in front of him. That's not going to affect them at this point in time.
I'm
want to clear him on probably between Ascari and Parabolica.
I'm just keeping an eye on McNamara at the moment.
Yep, we're looking at McNamara now.
He's absolutely throwing this car in.
They're going to be throwaway jobs at the end of this lap, I have a feeling.
Absolutely. They look worse than Lewis Hamilton's after the first race at Silverstone.
Oh, they blister up. Here we go, Parabolica. It looks like the body language is signalling that he's going to go to the pit lane. He's staying tight on the exit.
Very tight.
Here we go. Very tricky pit lane entry. Do not want to overcook it. They're the yellow cones. That's a slow down. It looks like he's done a good job pulling it up. All boys in the pits as well.
It almost looks too slow, but he'll be on it.
Certainly don't want to be too slow. And here's a critical time for Alex Court. Luke Fraser in front. He wants to get past him here into Parabolica. Using all the exit on Ascari.
Just see that.
Martin in the background. Now this is critical. Flashing the lights. Fraser's got to realise what's going on here. Luke Fraser, the first time I've seen him in split one.
Alex Court
really made it too easy for Court there.
I'm keeping an eye on Sean for us, guys. He's off the jacks. He's coming out.
Going to be close.
Let's see. He's off the limiter.
Lap 11.
He's off the limiter now.
Let's have a look how close this is going to be. Got Blake Urquhart here. Right behind him is McNamara. Court's had the use of one lap of extra fresh and grippy tyres. Has it been enough to close that gap up and to get him back into the slipstream?
Wow.
He's definitely made up a bit of time, Court. I don't think it's going to be enough.
That early lap, but that's I think that traffic hasn't helped Alex at all, especially into the Lesmo there.
Yeah, it might have cost him a few tenths there, maybe 2 or 3 tenths.
But
Leonard's actually
he looks quick.
Caught under a little bit of pressure. We've got Todd Hayne leading the race at this point in time from Jamie Davis, who we've seen quite often doing a long stint on the first set of tyres. But Todd Hayne was on the front row, did a 151.0 on that last lap. So that's pretty good time. He's been able to manage his tyres nicely, even though he's been working his way back up through the field. So what will he do here? Will he stay out longer? It does look like those tyres have had their best day behind them. Staying out though, he's going to go another lap. Jamie Davis is in. He's decided that the long first stint's not working for him in previous races, so he's made the call to go to the pits, fresh tyres. Todd Hayne hasn't lost a lot of time there. Another 50.9.
He's flying, isn't he? Those tyres are hanging on for him. He's like
super smooth.
He's like the Jenson Button of tyre management. That's fantastic.
Or the Jim Richards.
Or the Alain Prost. I mean, they're loving it. They're loving it.
We've got Todd Hayne leading from Sean McNamara, Alex Court. Asif Leonage right on Alex Court. Jamie Davis, who's in the pits.
Now, this is very interesting with Laz and Alex.
Just having a look at a battle here, Ben, between Trent Gossley
Yep.
and Cameron Veacock.
Oh, look at this, side by side.
Side by side, down to Redifilio.
Throw
Hard
it
on
in,
the
boys.
brakes, 280 Ks down to 70.
Oh.
Pushing off 210 kilometres
Ducked
in a less than 200 metres.
Oh, little tap there, says get out of the way.
Gossley up to 10th.
That's a nice move.
All the top cars, apart from Todd Hayne, have made their pit stops now.
Highly impressive driving tonight, Jamie. I've been really, really impressed with the driving tonight.
They've kept it clean. They've done well. Been battling hard, especially in those positions 5th to 12th. And a lot of shuffling backwards and forwards. Often the case with Monza, slipstreaming. But nobody's done anything too aggressively silly out there. Look at this battle here. Jason Davis. Davis in 9th. But Hayne, our leader, into the pits. Interesting to see where he comes out.
This will be
hoping he made up a bit of time. He's going to have fresher tyres than most of these guys now. We've got Todd Hayne leading in the pits at this point in time. McNamara, who we're looking at, coming into Parabolica. Alex Court, 2.5 seconds off the back of McNamara. Lasith Leonage in 4th. Blake Warboys in 5th. David Zitterbart, who hasn't pitted yet, in 6th. But McNamara, he's been in form. Had a little bit of unluck, a bit of bad luck. Todd Haynes, now here he comes out of the pit lane. Being passed by War Boys. We want to come out in front of Jamie Davis here. It'd be critical for him to come out in front of Jamie Davis, but he can't manage to do it. Davis is going to be in front as they come into Retafelio. Yep. Clear move on him there. That's Todd Haynes' ambition now, I think, for the rest of this race. He will want the 5th place that Jamie Davis has at this point in time. I think that might be the best he can do for the rest of this race now, unless there's a bit of bad luck to the guys. Oh, he's going to do it early as well. Fresh tyres. Not messing around here. Has a look, but no. Rides better. Over the curbs. Into the Lesmo one. Tricky corner.
Very tricky.
Entry. Down to 3rd. Don't run too wide. There's a lot of curbing out there, but still, if you run wide, it's an off track.
It's a tricky section of track, isn't it, Jamie? You've really got to watch those curbs. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot easier in an aerodynamic sort of car, but these ones, they just really want to float across the track.
A lot of weight.
Hayne here. An interesting, see how he pulls this off. Jamie Davis, never an easy man to pass. Always fair, always clean, but knows how to position his car to make it as difficult as possible to get past him. Surprised if he leaves the right-hand side open here, but Todd Haynes goes early. Got a slipstream. He's going to go in side by side here into Parabolica. Side by side. Who's going to have the drive off the corner? Todd Haynes got a couple of laps.
Oh, lovely bit of driving. Made him second guess that one on the exit. But he's kept the inside there, hasn't he?
Going to be side by side all the way down this straight.
Got the run though, hasn't he?
Todd Haynes had to pinch the exit a little bit. Use all the road that he needed to, but he's going to have the inside. It's going to be the... Oh, Jamie Davis got the inside for the second apex. They're going to have to drive off the corner.
What a
Todd
great
Haynes
piece
got
of
it.
driving. What a great piece of driving between the two of them.
Now, Jamie Davis now got the slipstream. Oh, look out though. Here we go. 3 wide into Retafelio. Kyle Sloggett involved here. Kyle Sloggett in 10th. Oh, the Penrite car of Tony Gaffer lights it up. Loses a position. Mitch Campbell. Now we got Mitch Campbell here, Tony Gaffer, Sean Pidwell, Benjamin Siren.
Oh, here we go. This will be exciting.
18th, 19th, and 20th.
Oh, boys, it's very difficult to move these things around. They're so heavy into the braking zone like that. Sometimes you might duck out under brakes, and that's the direction you go. These guys have really got a good handle on the car, though. This is really exciting to watch. Loving it.
Mitch Campbell in 18th position, following, he's in 17th. Mitch Campbell, just updating that, 17th position. These guys that we're looking at here, they've all moved up. Kyle Sloggett in 16th has moved up 11 positions. Mitch Campbell up 12. Tony Gaffer up 13th from their starting positions tonight.
That's fantastic, isn't it? That is just brilliant, and that's consistency, and that's what you need in these things. Yeah, bloody oath. Stay out of the shit and get on with it. Awesome.
We see these guys in the top split week after week, and just proving why they're there. Consistent driving. And speaking of good consistent driving, this guy's doing the best consistent driving. Sean McNamara, gap out to over 3 seconds. Nobody's can hold a candle to Sean McNamara tonight.
Yeah, he's loving those fresh tyres. He's just keeping that foot down. Oh dear, gee, as I said that, I saw him duck into that bloody ripple strip coming into that chicane. I thought the tail was going to go. And look, I just looked behind. Alex Court just throwing it over the ripple strip, trying to make time up there.
Will he settle now? That's the question. Will Alex Court just settle for second, or is he going to push this thing hard on lap 16? We've still got 6 laps to go in this race. 6 laps at the end of this one.
What's Laz doing? He just seems to be sitting there just saying, come on, Alex, get on with it. Let's go.
I've at times tonight I've thought that Leonage could go faster than Court. He's been up there, but it was a slip frame around here, so Court will work for him tonight.
Yep.
But
Alex
Leonage knows of the championship situation that Court finds himself in as well. I'm pretty
100%.
sure he'd be happy just with another podium.
Yep.
Already had 2 podiums so far this season.
Yeah,
Been very consistent the last few rounds.
And the cars look fantastic too, the in-test cars as well. They're beautifully looking cars.
Nose to tail, podium position, 2nd and 3rd. Orton Leonage, followed by War Boys. Really started to spread out and away from War Boys. Todd Hayne in 5th, who's lost 3 positions from his starting position. Now back to Caldwell in 11th, following Riley Simons on the exit to Parabolica.
He's on a charge, Caldwell. Look at him.
Been up and down tonight. He's up 4 positions from his starting position. 11th. He'd be happy if he can knock off these 2 RC Dragon cars. Dragon RC.
Yep. Dragon RC cars, yeah. Because Riley Simons here, he's going to be
closing in under brakes.
Oh, look at that closer. Oh, a little bit of taps and get out of the way. Let's get on with this.
Get it moving. You don't hold me up. You got Kyle Booth in the Dragon RC and Riley Simons in the Dragon RC. 9th and 10th, Caldwell on 11th.
Yeah, Caldwell will be keen for a 10th position here in the top 10. He'd like that.
Caldwell in the Phase 4. Still well and truly in championship contention.
Absolutely.
He's in 5th place.
I just
only about 110 points off the championship lead. So
yeah, I wonder sometimes, Jamie, considering some of the bumps and scrapes he's had, where we'd be without that, with a little bit of luck. But it's the same.
You could say that up and down the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's had their up and downs.
Yeah, and this is the beauty of this competition and this series, is that it can top and turn, change very quickly, as we've seen at the front already. Think about last weekend. That moved very rapidly through the 3 races that we had, and we're seeing people come to the top. Little bit of an incident, little bit of a change, a little bit of traffic, for instance. That's all it can take, and it changes the game very quickly. Awesome stuff. What else would you be doing on a Tuesday night?
Oh, you'd be crazy not to be watching me.
I mean, this is.
This is what I was thinking. I wouldn't mind having a look at Benjamin Siren. Looking like a interesting little battle here for back in the 20-odd positions. We got Bidwell, Byron, Zink.
Oh, he's got wide. Look at that. Benjamin Sirens. He's got the inside running there.
Bidwell.
On
Siren and Bidwell.
Sean Bidwell, sorry. And so this is where we've seen some close door side to side action before. These boys going to do it. Oh, he's backed out of that. Siren, I think you probably could have kept it in there, mate, but maybe he's going for the exit. Ooh, a little bit of a line up.
I've seen very disciplined driving tonight. I've been very impressed. No crazy outbraking moves. I haven't seen too many cars go down the escape lanes at any of the chicanes, so these guys have been doing a good job tonight. Very easy to see people overshooting these chicanes. Hard braking areas.
Absolutely.
All these guys are on the limit. They're pushing hard through these chicanes. Slowing the cars down from 260, 280 kilometres an hour back down to under 100, washing off massive amounts of speed and doing it with pinpoint accuracy.
It looks like there's a fair bit of practice being had, Jamie. You can tell by they look comfortable, especially within the traffic. I think people are settling into the series, and it looks like they've had some practice around this track as well, which is really, really cool to see.
Here's a move. Mitch Campbell having a look at Tony Gaffer in there as well. Got looking here at Bean, Jonathan Bean, 17th position. Mitch Campbell in front in the 9.5 Sim Sports in 16th positions, up 13 positions. Oh, there's a lock-up in the Parabolica.
He's gone deep.
He's going to take advantage of this.
He was moving around trying to break the toe before, and Kyle, he's just brake late, pinched the brake, Look at this. Mitch Campbell's going, I'm having you, boy. Let's go.
Much better opportunities than this. Bean's going defensive. But he's got the inside.
Have a go, son.
Now.
Yep, he's
Campbell.
in front.
Campbell moves up.
Fantastic.
15th.
Oh, look at the exit! Look at the exit!
Side by side on the
This
exit.
is exciting.
They're going to be side by side through Curva Grande.
I think they both had a brown pants moment there where they thought they were going to hit and they've just gone wide, but they're side by side again. This is fantastic. Here we go. Oh, brakes. Oh, yep. Oh,
that's good clean racing there.
Will he do it again?
That's good clean racing. Campbell's held on. Campbell's held on to 15.
Just pinch the brake on the rear going in. For
Kyle Sloggett. That's Kyle Sloggett, yeah.
That's great. That's a great drive, Kyle. Well done, lads.
Kyle Sloggett. Jonathan Bean behind Kyle Sloggett there. After in the Penrite car. Sean Pidwell just behind them.
Actually, great paint job on those cars too. They look really very impressive.
At 19. Oh, there's a little bit of a slide.
Ooh.
Kyle Sloggett's going to be under pressure here. His teammate Jonathan Bean.
Yeah. Jonathan will be like, all right, you've had your go. Let me have a go.
Working their way up to Parabolica, 260 Ks at the braking zone. Washing it off down to 125.
Oh, he's
Campbell, Kyle Sloggett, Jonathan Bean, Tony Gaffer.
Let it run out, boys.
Back to Alex Court.
Wow, we're about 3.6 seconds there between first and second. Laz looks like he's just pulled back a little bit, just giving him some space. Alex might be making a bit of space there and a bit of a run. It's what are we up to? Lap 19 or lap 20, I believe. Three laps to go.
3.3 second lead over Court. Another 0.8 of a second back to Leonage. Another 4 seconds back to Warboys. Another 2 seconds back to Todd Hayne. Another 2 seconds back to Jamie Davis. Simon Chadwick's had a quiet race.
They just spread out a little bit.
It tends to happen here at Monza. Once you lose the slipstream, it's all over. It's hard to get that, especially these guys who are just hitting their marks with consistency and accuracy. It's so hard to make up time on guys when they're just driving these laps perfectly, lap after lap.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just looking back through the field, Tony Gaffer, just under a little pressure from Sean Pidwell there.
Boys been at it for quite a few laps now.
And Benjamin Saron, he's climbing over the back of Pidwell. This might be
He's going to have a look here, I think. He's going to have a look here in the Parabolica.
I think Pidwell had the handbrake on there for a little moment, but
he's got that move.
I think he's got him. He's got him there.
Split up on the apex. Well, yep, Saron's done a good job. He's blocked him out there on the apex. Pidwell tried to put the power down early. We'll have the slipstream. Redifilio.
Again, just
21.
Great spatial awareness of what we've seen tonight, Jamie, as well.
Here's a go. Mitch Campbell. Kyle Sloggett. Side by side again, these two. Jonathan Bean in there as well.
Couple laps to go. They're keen to make the most of those tyres of what's
Kyle
left
Sloggett,
of them.
Back up to 15th again. Kyle Sloggett, 15th. Mitch Campbell, 16th. Jonathan Bean, 17th. And bit of a battle just going on between these in front as well, between Cameron Veacock and Chris Barnes.
Kyle Sloggett's just jumped away there. That's impressive out of there.
Hey, these guys have been pretty quiet race for the top three in the end. Alex Court put her in a 150.77 on the last lap. Up a second faster than McNamara.
Just looking back, guys. Darren Corbell, Riley Simons, Corbell's under a bit of pressure here going into the Parabolica.
Ooh, a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure here. Simons is back on it. 10th, Riley Simon, 11th. Caldwell struggling to put the power down. Simon's deep in the slipstream. Caldwell's going to try and shake off that slipstream, but Simons is going to say no way. Simons, who has led a long time in that race 3 of Island.
Wow, look how deep Caldwell is in there. He's like
under brakes.
And
he's tuning those V3s up perfectly tonight.
Oh, mate, he's
always
like,
on those brakes. He's always tuning them up.
He's
got them perfect for tonight.
He's degrees of separation.
Half a lap to go for McNamara. Half a lap to go. Kind of lifted a little bit off the pedal here. Making sure he's going to bring it home. He doesn't want to make a mistake at this point in time. This will be very handy in his championship contention.
Be very handy. And he hasn't put a foot wrong. He hasn't been challenged all race. It's amazing. He's had a
McNamara and Court. They will be eliminating drivers from this championship hunt. Top 10 have all fallen away tonight from McNamara and Court. McNamara with a very impressive drive here as he comes into Parabolica for the 22nd time.
Yeah, that's a great race. He's done a fantastic job. It's raining pineapples, boys.
Exits Parabolica. Brings it across the start-finish line.
Flash the lights. We've got the pineapple.
And that's a win. Well done, round 10, McNamara. Ort. Leonage.
Fantastic from Court Leonage as well. The NTS cars. That's fantastic. Woo! That was an exciting race. There was stuff going on right up through the field there. I really enjoyed that.
Show the reason why they're at the top, why they're at the front. McNamara, Court, Todd Hayne, Warboys, all in the top 5.
And this
race and all in the top 5 in the championship.
And Jamie, this doesn't happen by accident. You know, this happens by preparation, practice, racecraft, and absolute focus on what they've got to do. Right down from the pit stop, right down to the start, right down to the racecraft. Brilliant. Well done to these guys.
There's no mistakes.
Yeah, it's not by accident that we see the McNamaras, the Courts, Leonage, the Warboys, the Haynes, and Davis and Chadwick's up the top there. You know, that's it.
Todd Hayne blew that front row start. There's too much wheel spin. Too much wheel spin.
McNamara himself down to 11th. McNamara to me, beauty. Yeah, but you're right, absolutely 100%. And sorry to talk over top of you there, Hayne. You know, look at that result. 5th after, I think it was 11th or 12th that he dropped back to after that start.
Very clean racing throughout the field.
100%. That's a great result.
You can hear there, he's pulling the clutch. He's pulling the clutch there. So these guys have still got to get these cars back to the pits. What fuel that they've got left, it would be only 3 litres left in those tanks now.
Yeah, there won't be much.
It's critical that they didn't put in any more than they needed to at those pit stops. There's still a little bit of a race going on here. A race after a race.
He's coasting it.
It's not over yet. It's not the way you want to see a race decided. But they do have to get these cars back to the pit lane.
Look, the way he's travelling there, I think he'll be okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, but
he's hard on the power there.
Yeah, no, he's thrashing it. He's got to save enough fuel for the burnout.
Yes, we do expect a burnout. So it's McNamara, Court, Leonage, Warboys, Todd Hayne, Jamie Davis, Simon Chadwick up to 7th.